last chance, I guess we'll get to talk to you before the Ole Miss game. What are your thoughts at this point going into it?
I like our preparation. Our team is getting excited. There's still a few last-minute things to get fixed, but I like the attitude, I like the preparation, and I like the production, at least through today.
Coach, how has this team embraced playing as an independent after being in a conference for so many years?
Well, I think they're excited and anxious to move forward into kind of uncharted territory, and I think they feel fortunate, as do I.
When you have no film basically on the starting quarterback, what do you do?
Good question. You really focus more on your own schemes and how you're going to execute them, regardless of who you're playing, and then match up the best you can on game day.
What are his strengths then from what you've seen?
Mobility. He's an athletic quarterback, runs well, and if he's able to get outside the pocket, he'll be difficult to catch and difficult to tackle.
Then what's the most important part of the defense to be able to contain him then?
Oh, I don't think it starts with him. I think it'll start with defending the run. I think their approach, and my guess is they'll really work hard to run the football on us, to then set up play action pass, to then let the quarterback be a multiple threat, which is what he is.
What's important to you the last 24, 36 hours before kickoff?
I think the mental preparation that leads to confidence, that leads to the excitement to play, and if there's still uncertainty regarding assignments or schemes, etc., then the excitement kind of comes off. And so I'd like to get as many of those things absolutely polished as possible.
Does that become a challenge right now, is managing the emotions of the team?
Yeah, they're really excited, and we're trying to keep them busy enough where usually that excitement kind of builds and they get a little stir crazy if there's not much to do. But with school, with practice, with meetings, it's working okay.
So pretty much what you're saying is the only thing left to do is just play the game.
I think so.
Coach, I know you're focused on Ole Miss. Do you have any comments at all about today's conference developments?
No, I've been asked about it a number of times. I'll let Tom handle most of that. Who knows the way it will play out, but I really like where we are right now.
Do you have any communication with Tom on the subject?
No, I don't, and I really don't plan to until maybe after the season. There's too much to focus on.
With them not talking, just sending out a release, it leaves you, as it did last year, to be the spokesman for the team and the university. How do you like being in that spot?
It's an acquired taste.
Would you prefer that they make a comment?
I just would prefer to coach the team.
On Monday, you talked a lot about what this team needs to do as a program to be included into the BCS. And then on Tuesday, when you're on your conference call, you talked a lot about independence, almost like a reversal. Was that by design?
Not a reversal at all. Simply, I think if we play the way that I'm expected to coach and the way to prepare this team, that maybe inclusion will come by how we play, and maybe the level of respect and possible inclusion might come in a different level. I'd prefer to be exactly where we are. Knowing right now the standards are very high for us to get in, but what if you play really, really well for the next 3 seasons? Maybe that could be revisited.
You've talked about in the past how you can't control what's being said to the team when they're on campus and their family and so forth. They're probably hearing stuff about this independence or Big 12, whatever. You doing anything to curtail that?
I haven't said a word, and I haven't seen anything from their preparation that leads to any distraction, so I guess no news is good news as far as them telling me something about it, because they haven't mentioned it.
Did you learn anything from last year, because you went through it from the Mountain West to the Independence at this time?
Man, I don't really even remember that far, so I guess the answer is no.
So you don't think it was a distraction for them?
I don't.
Coach, you got 3 new guys in the secondary. How do you think they'll perform?
Well, I have confidence in them, but it will take some seasoning and experience, and they'll get tested and tested early. And I expect them to make some mistakes, but I also expect them to try hard and make their share of plays. But it's going to take a little time.
You have these many linebackers who can play. What do you plan as far as rotation, especially down there?
You know, I'm letting the position coaches really control that. Coach Tidwell and Coach Papinga will make all those decisions as game time. In fact, I'm going to flip the headset to where I don't even want to hear who they're substituting. I'm just going to call the game and trust them to put in the right guys at the right time.
Is that just your faith in them?
It is.
How about in the players, too?
Both.
Any other questions?
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.